Hey everybody, welcome back to the second episode of the Film Slice podcast, and today we are joined with the one, the only future NYU Tisch 2023 class 2D god herself, Miss Divya Sabaya.
Hello.
So, today we will be talking about scores and soundtracks, and just our favorite composers. We have a list of 5. Is yours in order? Mine's in order.
Yeah,
it doesn't
mine is
really have
also
to be
in
in
order.
order.
From like lowest to...
Yeah, obviously. We're doing both film and television. So, yeah. Do you want to start us off with your honorable mentions or like introduce anything?
Yeah, sure, I can do my honorable mentions. Okay, so for honorable mentions, I'm gonna be actually just doing movies and then saying the composer. So first is Pan's Labyrinth with Mr. Javier Navarrete.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I'm not gonna... I can't pronounce his name, but that soundtrack is so good. It's iconic. I love it. Then is Swiss Army Man by Andy Hull and Robert McDowell.
Have you actually seen that movie?
I have not seen that movie. I haven't seen a lot of the movies that I'm going to talk about today because for the audience listening, as a future film student, I have seen pretty much no movies. It's bad.
Uncultured is what we say.
And so Swiss Army Man, it's a really good mix of like strings and vocals that I haven't honestly really heard in any other soundtrack. So, yeah.
All right. So, my honorable mentions are starting with the one, the only Junkie XL, creator of the greatest modern superhero theme, the Wonder Woman theme. It's awesome. I don't know what else he's done. I think he did Mad Max, and that's a good score as well. And next is Alan Silvestri, creator of the Avengers theme, and various other Marvel works. I know he did something else. I'm pretty sure he did Forrest Gump, now that I think about it, which is also very good. Yeah, so those are my 2 big composer, honorable mentions. So, I'll start off with my number 5, which is a very controversial number to have at number 5, but it's John Williams.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the Star Wars theme, Indiana Jones, those are all great themes. Jaws, obviously. These are all iconic, but it's nothing I ever really listened to outside of watching the movie himself. He also did Schindler's List, which obviously I'm not going to listen to outside of actually watching the film. So, he does good stuff. It's always almost too cinematic, if that makes sense. Or it doesn't fit my vibes ever outside of film, which I guess isn't a good way to determine it, but it works. And he's on the top 5. Like, all of these guys are great, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now that I think about it, I might put him over 4, but I like this list.
Okay. Okay, so my number 5 is my only TV show composer. It's Ramin Djawadi.
Is it the Game of Thrones guy?
Yeah, he did Game of Thrones, Westworld. I have not...
Djawadi.
Yeah, there's a W, so... Okay, anyways. So he did Game of Thrones, Westworld. I personally have not seen that show, either of those shows, but the soundtracks for them are so good. Like, the Back to Black, like, redone version in Westworld, like, man.
Basically, Divya is a choir nerd, so she listens to everything, but doesn't watch anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, my number 4, which I guess now that I think about it, John Williams should definitely be over this, but Blake Neely of CW fame from the Arrow shows, the Flash shows, the Legends of Tomorrow, and Supergirl. Those scores are sick. There's a theme for Prometheus in Arrow Season 4, and it is awesome. It gets your nerves going, and he makes it... There's 4 TV shows every week. Pretty sure he does Black Lightning too. So 5 TV shows a week. That's about 5 hours of things he does every week. So just on pure quantity, it's pretty baller what he's doing, and I really like his stuff. So what's your number 4?
Okay, my number 4, I don't know if this is controversial or not, but Hans Zimmer is my number 4. From Inception, Lion King, Dunkirk, to all the map people out there, Megamind. It's just he like builds like he does really good world building through sound, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like in Dunkirk, like the screeching noises, like he did that really well. It like really immerses you in it. Same with Inception.
I'll spoil my number 3 is also Hans Zimmer, so I'll speak on that too. But specifically in Interstellar, there's a ticking clock song when they're on that ocean planet, and that just really gets you going. And then the music at the end. So I recently rewatched Interstellar, and originally I thought it was a really good film, and then I watched it a second time, and I didn't like it as much. But then I watched it the third time, and I liked it a lot more. So it's this weird, just like up and down for me. Matt Damon's still useless in that film, and like it is unnecessary. But the music in the end of, have you seen Interstellar? Yeah, that's what I thought.
No.
So at the end of Interstellar, I'm not gonna spoil it for you then, because you should watch it. There's like a big emotional buildup, and the music builds up with it. And the thing with Hans Zimmer is his tracks are all like super long because they have this slow climb, and then it gets super intense. Like in the Batman movies with the song Rise. I believe that's from Batman, The Dark Knight Rises. And it's what he does is really good, but especially in Lion King, he builds it up there.
Also, the song Time from Inception, like it starts off so slowly that you think you're actually not listening to any music because it's so quiet, but then it like gets somewhere and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah. He's probably the best composer that's working right now. Actually, John Williams technically is still working right now, but he's probably is he your number 1?
I'm not gonna answer that.
Yeah. Well, Hans Zimmer does some great stuff. Should we play a track?
Sure.
We'll play the track. Yeah, so that's a really good track. One of my favorites. And honestly, Interstellar might be my favorite score of his.
Oh, nice.
Just because of like the world building that you spoke about. But yeah, it's great. So, what is your number 3?
Okay, my number 3.
Or
okay.
Who is your number 3?
Okay, so I'm gonna preface this by saying that I love.
Did you say preface?
Yeah.
Isn't it preface?
Oh god, it is. I've been saying that wrong my whole life. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna preface this by saying that my number 3, like I love everything he's ever done, but he's 3 just because of who 2 and 1 are. Justin Hurwitz. From La La Land.
Fame. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
La La Land.
He does one movie, and then he had a...
La La Land, Whiplash, and okay, I haven't seen this movie, but Guy and Madeline on a Park Bench.
Oh wait, I have been meaning to watch that movie a lot.
So like those, he like uses like jazz influence a lot in all 3 of those movies.
Did you do The Greatest Showman too, or no?
No, that was Benj Pasek and Justin Paul of Dear Evan Hansen, the Broadway musical. Oh wait, no, he might have done.
Do I smell dweeb in here?
You might.
It might just be myself.
Ooh, self-burn, those are rare.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at them though. I have a lot of content.
Anyways, Hurwitz, like, he uses jazz influence a lot, which I personally haven't really, like, you don't really hear that a lot in movie soundtracks. It's always just like building and screeching and like,
do you listen to jazz at all? Listen to some Wes Montgomery. I'm pretty sure I've given you that suggestion like 3 or 4 times. Wes Montgomery, smooth as hell. Oh, so vibey.
So he's really good. Really like sets the tone well for the movies that he works on. It kind of helps that every movie that he has done a soundtrack for, he has been directed by Damien Chazelle. So like they're like a duo of sorts. So I think they work together really well, and it shows off.
Cohesive theme.
Yeah.
All right. So my number 2 is my homie Danny Elfman.
Ooh.
Danny Elfman. He has a really big filmography, from Good Will Hunting to Edward Scissorhands, which is a personal favorite score of mine. When the Ice Dance song kicks in, I cry. I just can't not. The little soft piano. He also did Spider-Man, which actually might be my favorite superhero theme, up there with...
Superhero themes, like... They aren't great, not gonna lie.
Yeah, a lot aren't. Like, the ones that come to my head are the Hans Zimmer Batman, the Danny Elfman Spider-Man, obviously the original Superman, the Alan Silvestri Avengers, and then obviously the new Wonder Woman, which he played. He's done the Tim Burton Batman movies. He does a lot of Tim Burton movies. And shout out to Spy Kids. That score... Okay, we're playing it right now. Yeah, is so amazing. I love it so much.
Some people will haunt me forever.
Yeah, but the theme for Spy Kids,
Iconic, like too iconic of a movie to like have happened when it did. But like,
honestly, I don't know if that movie could have come out now, but
that's true. I don't know how well it would have done.
but I don't even know how well it did do. I just know it's one of my favorite movies, and that theme is so underrated. So yeah, Danny Elfman. I'm pretty sure he's the lead singer of some band. Yeah. Oh, he also did the singing voice in Nightmare Before Christmas. So credit there. He's just a very talented man, and I enjoy all of the music he produces. Actually, I don't want to say all because I haven't listened to all of it, but everything I've heard, I have enjoyed. And yeah, so shout out to the Elf Man.
Okay, my fourth is Howard Shore of Lord
yeah.
of the Rings.
I don't even know how I didn't mention him.
Oh.
He's supposed to go into the honorable mentions.
Yeah, so I don't know what else he's done, honestly, but he's done, like, literally every single Lord of the Rings, all of the Hobbits. Like, that theme is, like, just, it sets the mood and, like, it puts you in the state of mind to watch Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Just, I didn't want to put him on my top 5 because I only knew that he did Lord of the Rings. I'm pretty sure he did some other stuff, but my computer's not loading. So
I looked him up, and because I was like, I want to know like if I've heard anything else of his. All that I saw for like a long time was Lord of the Rings stuff, so
yeah.
I kind of just went with that. But he's just like that's the only movie of like trilogy of movies of his that I have on here. But
he also did some Twilight.
Oh,
he did The Aviator, or at least in the music department, Hugo, Spotlight. So those are some good scores. But nothing like as impactful as say a John Williams or something. Let's see what else. Spotlight. Yeah, that's the last major one he did. Oh, he did The Departed, Gangs of New York. So it looks like he did a lot of Scorsese films. Panic Room. Yeah, Howard Shore. Don't know how I missed it. Oh, he did Seven, which is a good one. Seven is quite good. Mrs. Doubtfire, Philadelphia. So yeah, he has a Silence of the Lambs. Oh, maybe he should have been on this list. Yeah, so he has a really large filmography, and I appreciate the Lord of the Rings scores a lot. I mean, they're just amazing.
Yeah.
The Riders of Rohan song gets me going every single time. And then also in the third film where whatever his name is, I'm blanking, is singing the song, and it goes. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I'm blanking as well. Pippin? Yeah.
What is the song he sings? It should be in this playlist. I don't know. Oh, and Concerning Hobbits.
Oh, yeah.
When I think it was USC or was it NYU, they asked what song describes you. I said Concerning Hobbits.
Nice.
Because it's just a joyful song.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm very curious to hear your number one since John Williams was 5.
See, I told you my number one a couple days ago. Do you still know who it is?
Oh no.
Clearly shows how this friendship works.
Oh.
No guesses. Cool.
Everything's blurring together because
it's a composer that me and my dad really love. I'm using one of his songs in my senior project film.
What? Okay,
it is famed composer Ennio Morricone.
Oh.
Yeah, so
that was yesterday. That's really bad.
Yeah, you really missed out on that one. Ennio Morricone composed my favorite film of all time, The Untouchables. I would definitely be closing out the show with that song. So The Untouchables, favorite film of all time. It's got a great score that builds your tension. It boils your blood, however you want to say it. He's done a lot of those spaghetti western films, such as Good, Bad, the Ugly. Maybe the most iconic theme of all time.
That's true. That's my grandma's ringtone.
Yeah, so you guys should all know who that is. Fistful of Dollars, all of that. Those Clint Eastwood classics. He has a song on Baby Driver, which I didn't know about until about 20 minutes ago. And he does a lot of Quentin Tarantino films. Pretty sure he did Kill Bill. I know he did The Hateful Eight and a lot of those. Honestly, his music has a very distinct style, a very Western-y style that applies to a lot of other films, though. And it always just gets me going. It makes up the majority of my film score playlist, and it works really well. I don't know a song that I don't like by him. very similar to Danny Elfman, where I like everything I hear, but very two different distinct styles.
Nice.
So yeah, who is your number one?
Okay, I think it's pretty obvious who my number one is, but it's John Williams. John Williams, Mr.
What has he done?
Ooh, he's done only Star Wars, E.T., Jaws, Jurassic Park, Schindler's List,
Never seen.
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
You probably haven't seen those movies.
Yeah, I actually have seen.
You've seen Schindler's List and Star Wars. I'm guessing you haven't seen the other ones.
No, I've only not seen.
E.T.
No, Jaws and Jurassic.
You haven't watched Jaws and Jurassic Park?
No.
What?
I don't know. It's.
What do you mean you haven't watched Jurassic Park?
It's
Didn't you watch that when you were a kid? I watched that like 4 times when I was a kid.
Issue is when I was a kid I watched Iron Man.
I mean, I watched Iron Man too.
Yeah, but I only watched I watched Iron Man. I watched all of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans.
Why didn't you speak about those in the Marvel episode then?
I don't know. There were only 2 mics, man.
Yeah, you could pop in and
also,
I let you come
Spider-Man
in
is
at the end.
Not MCU.
Yeah, but Iron Man.
That's true.
Is that your number one?
For all of them?
Or is it top 3?
No, it's very low actually.
Oh, what?
It's very nostalgic
it's
for me. Yeah. It's not actually I wrote it down but I got rid of it. But it's not super low, but it's just a nostalgic movie for me and I think it's well made, but I've enjoyed more recent ones a lot more.
That's true.
Anyways, back to John Williams. I'm just gonna okay, obviously Star Wars, E.T., Jaws, Schindler's List. Wow. Can't speak. Jurassic Park, all really iconic. I'm gonna jump back to Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm just gonna.
Garbage films.
Isaiah does not like Harry Potter.
Okay, yeah. I'm probably offending a lot of the listeners, but those movies are very boring.
Hey, listen, if I could get over
just watch X-Men. Just watch X-Men.
Okay.
Harry Potter is just X-Men.
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, arguably one of the best Harry Potter movies. I don't know how many people feel about
Deathly
that.
Hallows Part 2. It's the only one I enjoyed.
Okay, but Prisoner of Azkaban, they switched directors. I'm forgetting who directed it right now, but it's very well made.
Did Inarritu direct that? No, I know.
I don't think so.
I think I know the director. I don't know him personally.
Yeah,
but I know it was an interesting person. Alfonso Cuarón. That's what I was thinking about.
Of course. Yeah. So yeah, he's done some really good soundtracks that have honestly I think. When people think of a movie soundtrack, they think of Star Wars, they think of Harry Potter, they think of Jaws, all of these really iconic things, and they can just sing it off the top of their head. And as much as I love Hans Zimmer, as much as I love Howard, I could probably do it for Lord of the Rings and La La Land, but I could not sing a song from Swiss Army Man off the top of my head. It's really good, and I listened to it while studying, but I couldn't do it. And just for the fact that he's so iconic and has done so much in so little time, it's very
I don't know
good.
if it's a little
it's
time.
Not little time,
Jaws
but it was very. He's quite old, but it's still little time in the sense all of the Star Wars are happening at once. All of the Harry Potters are happening at once, and he's had to continually do all of this.
Yeah, but Blake Neely though 5 episodes a week.
True. That's a little time.
I feel like my list could have gone in any order, except for Ennio Morricone is clearly my top. John Williams, like I already said, I love him, but I never listen to anything outside of outside of the movie. But yeah. So, what is your favorite actual score by John Williams, though?
I don't. See, that's my issue, because John Williams, I don't listen
to pick one.
Yeah, I don't know. My issue is I don't listen to a whole score of John Williams. I'll listen to a whole thing of Justin Hurwitz or Ramin Djawadi.
But you listen to those main themes. Okay, what's your favorite theme? Pick one.
Ooh. I'm gonna actually say Schindler's List.
Schindler's List.
Because I think it okay, Star Wars is iconic, but Schindler's List, he sets the mood really well, and it works really well for the message of the movie, which I can appreciate a lot. So
cool. Let's play Schindler's List. Alright, so that was Schindler's List, and that is the episode. It is a bit of a quick one. We did instead of doing 21 films like the last one, we did 5 composers. So yeah, just running down my list real quick. I had John Williams, Blake Neely, Hans Zimmer, Danny Elfman, and Ennio Morricone, the GOAT. He's not even mentioned on your list. Disrespect.
I had Ramin Djawadi, Hans Zimmer, Justin Hurwitz, Howard Shore, and John Williams.
All right, so thank you all for listening to the Film Slice podcast produced by 3 film students, hopefully, and we will catch you guys all again next time.